Jim Hawley, supercrossonline.com. Look who I have. Team Honda's Andrew Short. Andrew, you've walked a little bit of this track. You know, Kevin Windham designed this thing.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job here in Houston designing the track. It looks like a lot of fun from the rider standpoint, and the dirt's bitching here, so I can't wait to get out here.
See, I know it's good dirt when Andrew says bitching. I got to ask you, this is a hometown race for you. You only live a couple hours from Houston now.
Yeah, we've been living down here for the last couple of years, and my wife grew up right outside of Austin, so this is pretty much a hometown race for me now. I grew up in Colorado. That will always be home for me, but didn't hop on a plane this week, so that's always nice, and I got a ride at my home track last night too, so I feel comfortable and ready to go here in Houston.
I got to ask you, last week in San Diego, a good ride. At one point, you had a chance to get Reed in the later stages of that race.
Yeah, it was a good race for me. Nothing special, but I didn't really do anything that bad either. So it was a good race in terms of learning what I need to do to improve and get up there and beat Chad Reed and Millsaps and Ferry. You know, all those guys are going really good, as is Windham. So it seems like there's 5 of us pretty close, and I'm on the tail end of that pack, so I need to start moving my way through those guys. So, you know, I think here tonight in Houston I can learn what I learned from in San Diego and improve.
What did you learn in San Diego? I mean, we always hear guys talk about that, and then they go, you know, I learned a little. Just give me one thing you learned. I know one thing. I'm going to go out on the limb here. One thing that I think personally is that when you're in there battling with your teammates, it's your teammate and you're not riding aggressive enough.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. You know, I need to maybe push and be a little more mean, I guess. But, you know, all of us, we all practice, and there isn't a skill we're going to learn overnight, basically. I think it's mostly just in your head, and, you know, being up, riding with those guys last week gave me a little more confidence, and now in my head I know I have to push a little harder, like you said, to get by those guys, and want it a little more than they do, I guess. So that's what I'm going to work on here tonight in Houston and try to get up there on the box.
Last question for Andrew Short. You're a dad now, man. How's that?
It's cool. It's been about 3 weeks since we had our little girl. We named her Emma, and it's definitely a life changer, but it's a cool thing and a welcome change for me and my wife. We're really excited about it.
Is she making the trip down here, your little girl?
No, because it's the weather's a little cold out. We don't want to get her sick, and so she's staying home. But you know, I'm sure she'll be at the races soon enough.
Well, you heard it from Andrew Short. Hopefully, he can get a little bit more aggressive and get up on that box.